Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the Air Force Academy with Zebu Nation. In today's episode, we're going to get ready for our very first game of the NCAA season. It's our first home game. The pitch is ready, the cadets are ready, so let's get to it. Okay, we are back ready for game time. San Diego, UC San Diego, so University of California at San Diego. We are heavy favorites, 5-4 at home at Air Force Academy Soccer Stadium, Colorado Springs. 951 tickets sold out of 1,000 capacity. Now that's interesting. I read on the Wikipedia page that the stadium had been expanded to 1,400 so that Air Force could host some NCAA playoff games, basically, tournament games. And that's not really represented here, but if we look at our club vision, you can see that the board does have plans to expand the stadium. So hopefully we'll be getting, 1,500, 2,000 seat stadium in the near future. If we're already selling out, 951 seats, we should maybe be able to, get those numbers up there. So that would be very cool. In terms of form, we're coming in excellent form, obviously undefeated in the spring season. San Diego, decent form. I did check them out on the preseason ranking. They were 138th. So, that's why we're the favorites for sure. We got like 100 positions between the two of us. But anyway, they've got an ineligible player and an injury. We also have an injury. Billy Davis is out. We looked at him in the highlights. One of our top central defenders. So we're going to have to make a change there. Head coach Cameron Connor. Decent, pretty good man manager, motivating, disciplined. Not a great technical coach, but he is a pretty decent head coach overall. Milestones, has he won any championships? No, he became a head coach in 2019. One Big West Coach of the Year award to his name. All right, so he's good at sort of beating expectations. We'll see if we can avoid that today. It is hot, though, here in Colorado. 95 degrees, sunny and breezy, sun beating down. See if that has an effect on the game at all. Anything else? I don't think so. I think we can go to the team selection. We do have the one problem here at Central Defense, so we will bring a guy off the bench. This guy right here, one of our young... I think he's a sophomore. It's hard to tell. Once their age starts blending in, like in the middle of the season, this guy could have been an 18-year-old who just turned 19, or he could be a 19-year-old who's just about to turn 20. Anyway, he's somewhere between sophomore and junior, and he's a high flyer, big, tall, rangy defender, 6'5", 191 pounds. Great jumping reach, great bravery, aggression. He can tackle and mark pretty good. Heading could use a little bit of work. Also, strength could use some work. But, he's got a couple of years to improve. But we're going to bring him in for Davis. Give us that aerial defense. We've already formed a few partnerships thanks to our spring season. So that's pretty good. And you may notice that, yes, we do have 12 substitutes. And, yes, we can use all 12. That is one of the interesting things of college soccer. You can sub in and, well, you can't sub out. Well, you can't resub somebody, but you can make 12 subs in a match should you need to do that. So I don't know that there's any other league in the world that allows 12 subs, but we'll take advantage of as much of that as we can. All right, they're going with a 4-3-3. Oh, look at this. They got Wondolowski up top. Lee Wondolowski. It's interesting. I've seen some Wondolowskis pop up in the database. They're usually pretty good. You've seen them in the Super Draft, seen them at, obviously, academies. And, we'll keep an eye on him. He is the team captain, so he's keeping that Wondolowski tradition alive. Do they have any stats to think of? Okay, so Villegas, 8 goals in the spring season. That's not terrible. Sparks with a goal and an assist on the left back. 2 goals from center back. 6 appearances. Barbosa didn't play too well. Same with Valenzuela on the right-hand side. Didn't play too well. No assists. 1 assist from Montano. Beautifer. Maximilian. Again, not a lot of production here from their midfield. Barrett, 1 assist. Up top, Wondolowski, no goals. He did not play well in the spring series. Ullman, spring season, he did not play often. No appearances, 2 times off the bench. And then Thompson, ditto. No appearances, 2 times off the bench. Meanwhile, we're going with our young goalkeeper, Guillermo Lopez. We'll look at him a little bit in probably a future episode, but he's got a lot of talent. Maybe not exactly talent where I like it, but he does have a lot of talent. He's got 1 concession in 2 appearances. Kane on the left-hand side played okay. No real contributions in terms of goals and assists. Same with Shepard. We're being a little conservative with our fullbacks this year. Rietsema, we saw the 2 goals there. Kudimbana, his first start of the year. Jay Vines, left winger, 1 goal, 1 assist, played outstanding, 7.3 rating. Garza on the right. We've been switching guys out at this right-hand side to find a guy. We got a lot of right wingers, so we've been trying to find a guy. So far, we'll give Ruben Garza a shot. Hundley, 3 assists from the midfield. Vargas, another youngster, we might be switching him out for somebody else, but right now he's our best option in midfield. He's our best defensive option in midfield anyway. And then the guys who've been doing it all. Tucker, Album, highest average rating, most assists. Look at this, 7 games, 5 goals, 8 assists. He just crushed everyone in the spring season. 8.24 rating, and his partner in crime, Willis, with 6 goals, 7.6 rating. These 2 guys really did it for us in the spring season. They took everybody by storm. It's all up to you. Have a good night. Let's go. Kick off. Here we go. Nearly sold out. Air Force Academy Stadium. It's not Falcon Stadium. That's the football stadium. That is our nickname, though. The Falcons. The Fighting Falcons, I suppose. I think they dropped the fighting. I think they're just Falcons. Air Force Falcons. But anyway, whether they're the Falcons or the Fighting Falcons, doesn't really matter. We're still Air Force. All right, here we go. We are in the grays. San Diego in the blues with the first highlight header over the back of the net. Looks like they brought a pretty decent away section as well. Their colors might be blue and orange. Seems that way anyway. We are trying to play a more possession style, kind of like how we ended up. Oh, here we go. E-bomb, back post. No, I think he tried to sneak that one in the corner. He tried to sneak that like a direct shot. But Villegas was there with the quick kick, trying to start things off, but nobody is forward for San Diego. Garza takes it across midfield, gets around Wondolowski, gets around another defender. Deflection to Willis. Puts it in the back of the net. That's what he does. Lewis Willis, he scores goals. That's it. I don't care what else he does. Just score goals, my friend. That's what you're there for. You're the advanced forward. Our whole offense is to get him the ball and have him score. So this is what we want. Now, this is a bit of a lucky break. That's great run from Garza, but that was a lucky deflection. Goalkeeper had no real chance there. He was going the other direction. Air Force up 1-0. Gonna pour it on. This happened to us a little bit in the spring season and in some of the friendlies we played. As we get a goal and then we start pouring it on. So hopefully we can do that. Hundley out wide, great pass to Vines. Vines, nope, can't score. Is Villegas gonna try another ill-fated quick kick? Nope, he's eased off that. And, we're looking good. It's interesting that this team is already closer and more together than the Lansing team ever was. There's Vines. Another set piece. Willis. We are playing 4 set pieces. So we might get a lot of these. There's Willis with a header and another goal. Again, this is the focus of our offense. Get the ball to Willis. Willis is just... Ooh. I can't remember if he's a freshman or a sophomore. He didn't do much last year. Yeah, I think he's a sophomore. I think he had like very few goals, if any, last year. And then this year he's just racking it up. Now obviously we weren't the coach last year, so we didn't have quite the focus on his attack, but still. You think a guy with his talent would have scored 1 or 2 last year, but apparently not. Like I said, our goalkeeper is talented, but he does have some weaknesses in his game, particularly shot stopping. He's not a terrific one-on-one shot stopper, which is why I'm a little hesitant to put him in there. But other than that, he's our most talented goalkeeper by far. Let's see. We dominated the first half, 13 shots to 3, 9 on target to 1, 58% possession to 42, up 2-0. Take our winnings and go. I mean, I guess that was a pretty positive first half. It was a positive first half, but it was also a positive locker room speech. I'm a little rusty. It's been a couple of weeks since I played anything or did any commentary. There's a big foul from Barrett for San Diego. Is he going to get a card for that? Nope. Okay, 45 minutes. E-Bomb sends it in. Can't get it to Shepard, but Hunley's going to gather it in. Not a lot of options here. We're going to have to drop it back and reset. Or Garza's going to take it one-on-one now. All right, logic got the better of him there. He's outside the wing all by himself, but he takes on 2 defenders. Chips it in towards Willis. Going to do some opposition instructions. We're going to try to get out there on some of these guys and not let them just run around for free. We're going to put some pressure. We're going to put some pressure on these guys, especially on these overlapping fullbacks. We want to mark them tightly. And then just for jollies, we'll press their central defenders just to keep them from making those outlet passes because they only have 7 guys back. So we'll see if we can disrupt them a little bit. All right, and now some subs. Got some complacencies going on there. Kudimbana, you just got in the game, bro. This is your first start and you're complacent. John Kane, uninterested. Well, we got dudes waiting. Milanakis, the Greek recruit. I think he's a freshman. He could use some game time, that's for sure. Who else is uninterested? Vargas, he's fighting with a very talented sophomore here, Brian Escobedo, a guy who normally I would play more, but he's not a natural midfielder. He's a natural attacking midfielder. He's got tremendous flair and technique, but he's not really what we need in midfield this season. But we're going to put him in there anyway, just to get rid of the uninterested guys. Like, come on. You're playing. What are you doing? And it's only 2-0. It's not, we're dominating, but 2-0 isn't unbeatable. You know what I'm saying? They can come back. We've seen that before. Maybe not with 85 minutes gone, because we've suddenly jumped forward in time. But here's E-Bomb again. Free kick. Nope. Looks like UC San Diego's going to gather it in and get the counterattack. Moreno's a tad slow, so it's not the most vicious counterattack you've ever seen, but that was a nice pass out to Richard. Richard, again, he looks a little slow, but wow. I guess, slow but sure, right? That was a nicely placed finish. So nice pass. Moreno. Richard sort of, good cut on the inside and then a deft left foot to the far post. And there we go. It's only 2-1. So those guys were uninterested for no reason. Let's shout. Let's demand more. Okay, here we go. Another attack. 88 minutes. Air Force, can we clear it? Hunley to Garza. Okay, we're a little crowded here in the midfield. Let's spread out, boys. There we go. Shepard, the fullback, going to get forward a little bit. Hunley. E-Bomb. That's who we want the ball. We want the ball for our senior captain. Gets it to Garza, who's again running down the far sideline. Drops it to Shepard. Shepard drops it in. Oh, not a great clearance. Vines nearly scores. Our wingers have had a lot of trouble. They've put the ball on target. They just can't get the ball past the goalkeeper or past the post, apparently. 4 minutes of stoppage time. There's a through ball to Willis. He's in. Sends his shot just wide, but, got to keep him honest. Got to send a few long balls through there occasionally. All right, 4 minutes of stoppage time. 3 minutes to go. Air Force going to build it out from the back again. Shepard and Garza, I don't know what their spacing is just not right. But there's E-Bomb muscling his way forward. Gets past one defender. Gathers it in, looking. Just chips it off a defender for a set piece. I guess we are playing for set pieces, so E-Bomb knows what he's doing. He's like, we'll get it over there. Vines sends it in. Ooh, not a great clearance. And Kudimbana gathers it in. There's again another not great clearance. They're having some problems with their set-piece defense here. Kudimbana, nope. All right. 93 minutes. Here we go. Final minute. Let's see if we can keep our one-goal lead. This isn't quite what I was hoping for. You know, we dominated the match for the most part. It's only 2-1. Only 2-1 victories. Not that impressive over the 138th team in the nation. Willis behind the defense. Can he cut it inside? He does. Can he get it on the right foot? He does, but his shot is wide. So it was an okay performance. I mean, we did have a long summer break. So it would have been nice to be a little bit more fit coming into this game. We did play a couple of preseason games just before this. We weren't fully match sharp. So I guess it's a little bit understandable, but still I'm somewhat disappointed by a 2-1 victory at home in the heat. All right, I mean, I guess San Diego's used to the heat, but what are you going to do? Let's be assertive. I don't know what happened in the second half, but it's unacceptable. There we go. What happened here? Starters? Thank you. Okay, we demotivated some guys. They didn't like the negativity. So we'll have to keep that in mind to be a little more positive. You'd think these cadets could be a little more, you could yell at them a little bit more, but times change, right? Times change. So this is what I was thinking about. I don't know if I actually talked about it, but the schedule in NCAA can get a little hectic sometimes. Look at our calendar, and we got 2 games a week for the foreseeable future this month. So we are going to need to use some of our reserves, if not most of our reserves. So we're going to need to get those guys more playing time, more experience, and deal with this twice-a-week schedule until Western Athletic Conference starts up. And then we've only got a couple of twice a week, but still, it's going to be rough on the rotation. So we're going to have to figure that out, come back. Maybe we'll come back. I don't know if we'll show every single game. I don't know if that's necessary. Maybe we'll come back for the Michigan game. That seems like it could be a pretty big game. I mean, Cal's a big game too, but we'll figure it out. So, till then, we'll see you later. Bye-bye.